Today's topic, server tools. We are going to be talking about the essential tools that you need to be successful for every single night or morning if you're a breakfast server, lunch too, I guess. But what you should have in your toolkit, your apron, your pouch, your server coat, depending on what you use, these are going to be my top 5 most essential things. First and foremost, the most important item is definitely the server pad, the server book, the notepad, whatever you want to call it. But it's the item that we use to take all of the orders. Anything that's important to the guest, dossiers, if you use those, chits, you may also call them. Anything that's important to your role, you usually keep it in your server notebook. Cash for the end of the night, receipts, anything like that. That is why it's the most important thing, and that's why you should definitely get one that is to your liking. You know, they make all different kinds. They make minimalistic ones. They make ones with pockets for absolutely everything that you can think of. So I would suggest getting one that you like to use on a day-to-day basis. Here's a fantastic one. Highly recommend that, with all the pockets and organization that you need. And then here's a minimalistic one right over here, if that's your style. It's up to you. The second most important item is, of course, how we write down everything. Pens are essential to our job. Highly recommend using a pen. It's much better than a pencil. So please just elevate your service to a pen. I highly recommend getting a nice one, something that looks sleek, and not the cheap plastic one, the one that you can find on the curb or anything like that. Just get a nice one. Also, like the ballpoints, elevate your game in that sense, especially when you hand your guests the check. You don't want them to sign with a 50-cent pen when they just spent, hundreds of dollars or even like $50. Elevate that. Invest in the little details. It goes a really long way. And plus, if they do steal your pen, you just made their day. All right? So think of it that way. Number 3 is a lighter. All right? A lighter is very important for a server's role, just because we don't know if we're dealing with a birthday or anything among that matter, or if a guest even needs a lighter or anything like that, you can surprise them with it. But it's always important to just have a lighter on your body. This is just a very basic pick it up from the gas station for like $1. I don't know, 50 cents. No, I don't think anything is cents anymore, but $1. I also recommend the ones with like the miniature stem on them. Those are fantastic. Then you don't burn your thumb. Burnt my thumb plenty of times. But please just have a lighter on you. You never know when you can use it. It's always just nice to have, especially for the birthday parties. Guests always like to bring in their own birthday candles, so why not be ready instead of running around with your head cut off like a chicken. Yeah. 4th most important item is having a wine key that you enjoy using. Okay, we're gonna get into all different wine keys in a different video, but a wine key is very essential, especially just for servers in general. Even if you work at a place that doesn't offer the craziest and most expensive bottles of wine, it's always important to just have a wine key on you. You never know if a guest will bring in a bottle or anything like that, and you want to have one that you're comfortable using. It doesn't matter if it's single hinge or double hinge, just one that you're comfortable with. There is the forbidden wine keys, but we'll get into that later. If you use them, I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. So yeah, please just get a nice one that you're comfortable using. You don't have to go crazy amount. You can find great ones for $20, or you can find really expensive ones for $200, and they'll last you for like 5 years. So please just have a wine key that you really enjoy using. Number 5, personality. Personality is the biggest tool that we can use as servers to either connect with the guest. Honestly, get a bigger tip at the end of the night, you know? Just getting to know more about them, getting them to trust you, create that miniature friendship and the time that you do have with them. Your personality can go a long way. So don't be afraid to use it, you know? Depending on the table, you can make certain jokes that you wouldn't say to the other table right next to them. So just be like you're on stage, like it's a performance, like it's a show, because half of the going out to eat is the service. Food is food, but people remember their server when it's a fantastic server. All right. So those are my top 5 most important items for a successful night of serving, items that you should always have in your toolkit. There is a ton of tools that servers use across the board, depending on what restaurant you work at, what level of service that you do, from fine dining to casual, you may have different items. This is just a very general list. So please leave a comment of your most important items and what you think that you should definitely splurge on. You know, if the wine key is more important to you, then you spend a couple extra 20s there or 100s, however you want to do it. Or if you think pens are really important, or if you think polishing cloths are really important, things like that. This is just a very base, general list. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.